Welcome to Community Update, and today we're shining the spotlight on the Liberian community here in Nova Scotia. Like many communities that have made Nova Scotia home, Liberians continue to contribute to our province through business, through culture, education, faith, and even community services. Now, our guests today are representatives of the Liberian community who are helping to bring people together to preserve their heritage and create opportunities for future generations. Well, welcome to all of you to our studio.
Thank you.
Right, President, I think I know you so well, but I'll leave you to introduce yourself, and everyone else will do the same thing before we proceed.
All right, thank you very much for this platform. I'm Joseph Yakaikiadi, hail from the western part of Liberia, to be precise, Grand Cape County, and I did my high school in Monrovia, to be precise, in Mary's Catholic High School.
Right.
And from there I moved to Nigeria, where I did my first degree and second in environmental management from the University of Port Harcourt, Uniport in Rivers State. And from there I joined Schlumberger.
Right.
It's a popular oil servicing company in Nigeria, and I worked with them for a couple of years. In 2017 to be precise, I went back to Liberia, got married, and brought my wife to Nigeria. And we stayed a couple of years, and we went back to Liberia 2019. And
That sounds like a true African man who has gone around Africa.
Yeah, and we went back to Liberia, and I got a job there after some time, and we decided to move to Canada.
Oh, great.
That's where I am.
Elder, you want to introduce yourself too?
Yes, I'm Molly Baka Fongwe, and in the community, even back home, I'm commonly known as Grandpa.
Right.
That's a common name. If you want to find me quickly, you call me Grandpa. And I hail from the northern part of Liberia, Lofa County to be precise. And my ethnic group is Gbandi by tribe, Gbandi. Live in the northern part of Liberia. I share common border with Guinea and Sierra Leone.
Wow.
And I schooled in Liberia, at the University of Liberia. And that's the only prestigious school we have in Liberia, added to Maryland, where this man is from.
Okay.
There's another university there. Those days, but right now, I don't know exactly what is obtaining. And then I moved here with my family 2008.
You've been here for quite a bit.
I've been here for
That's why
quite a
you're called
bit.
Grandpa, by the way.
I entered this country July 22nd, 2008. And then since then, I've been living here with my wife and our last born, who is now 26 years old. And my wife has a background in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
From the Yoruba group.
Not to cut you, when you came into the room, we knew that an elder has come in. Everybody stood up and they showed me. It's so nice meeting you, indeed.
Her background is from Abeokuta
Oh,
in Nigeria.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
And my brother on the right.
Thank you very much. My name is Matthew Ebenezer Nismosie. I hail from the southeastern part of Liberia, Maryland, and Grand Crew County. My father is from Maryland, my mother from Grand Crew, but still in Global.
Wow.
I did my schooling in Liberia, high school and university. I read criminal justice with emphasis in law enforcement.
Right.
I served the military for 12 years as military police investigator. And my first time coming to Canada was 2018 and a month. And then I went back, 2023, I got my PR. And then I relocated here. So right now I serve as the project officer for the Liberian community and public relations officer also.
Well, you don't have to tell me what you do because when you came in here, you have all the information we needed. All right, let's talk about Liberian community right now. The reason why we are here, and a lot of our viewers might not really know much about Liberia. I'll start with you, Joseph. How did this idea come together to bring yourself together as a community? And tell us a little bit about Liberia generally.
Oh, well, thank you very much. To start with, when you talk about the genesis of this community, Liberian Association for Progress, which is LAP for short, I met this community in existence. So the genesis of the community, the informations that led to the formation of the community, I have some to my fingertip. And as I said, they are the founding father of the community.
Okay.
Yeah, and there were so many reasons why they decided to come together as a community. As you said, wherever we go as African, we try to put ourselves together. People always say that Africans are more united outside than when you see them in. But no matter how we united, there are always the cells, the units, and the system. We have smaller divisions because everybody wants to be at the head. Everybody wants their opinion to be heard. Everybody wants their view to be accepted, and so many things happen when we come together as a community. But the need to form this community was very essential. That we found it necessary to have our community coming together as Liberians from every aspect of Nova Scotia to come together as a team, and the formation that led to the formation of LAP. And today they have leadership before, they served leadership in place before I came into power, and they did a lot. But as I said initially, no matter what you try to do, you can't please everybody.
Right.
When I came in, I met a group which was united. Then I met the other group, some group that left because of dissatisfaction.
So my understanding is that you're trying to put all the other groups all together.
That's the number one target or plan of my association. My leadership is to unite the community more, and those that left the community because of whatever reasons, try to see how we can talk to them. We already started, he and myself with this young man, we have started already, trying to bring back those that left the community reason. We don't want to go to what happened before,
right?
Because if you continue to do it in the past, you can't make progress. So we're trying to talk to them, whatever happened, they're back on, we are Liberians,
right.
We are here in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
They say where you find yourself, you make it your home.
Yes.
If you take an alligator from United Kingdom, it will still be alligator.
That's right.
Your home is your home. Anywhere you find yourself,
right,
you make it your home.
Thank you very much, Joseph. That's about the community here in Nova Scotia and what you're trying to do.
Yes.
Grandpa, I'll come to you. Tell me a little bit about the Liberia we know back home. What is that thing or those things that make your country unique that you want our viewers to be aware of, to know at least?
Liberians, let me start from back home. Liberia back home, we are being united through our culture, through our interaction. You know, you find out that whatever happens in Maryland, culturally, is happening in Sino, is happening in Lofa, and those are counties within Liberia, right? So there's a culture unity there in Liberia. And Christmas celebration, you find that there, even though there are some little differences, you know, when it comes to cultural activities, the way the people carry out and the way this other group carry out, you'll find some little differences, but all in all, it's the same Liberian people exercising or showcasing the same culture. So that is there, and we have always been our brother's keeper. If somebody leave from the north and go down in the south, you are a Liberian, you are welcome. They help you. You can do anything you want, so long you live within the confines of the law.
Right.
Yeah. And then just jumping from there, you know, fast track, coming to the Liberian community here in Nova Scotia. The Liberian community in Nova Scotia goes as far back, probably before 2003. It goes far back. The first president that was here from the Liberian community, from the northern part of Liberia, from Niba County, he was called Wei, Joseph C. Wei. He was the first president. I didn't meet him here. When he left, this guy took over. Amadou served his term. Then before, after Amadou's term, then King Joseph, and you know, as time goes on, the year is moving. From Joseph, then we have Minita. So it was at the end of Joseph's administration that I came in.
Not my Joseph.
Okay. No, not this Joseph.
Joseph, right.
Yeah, so it was the end of Joseph's administration that I came in.
Okay.
So When I came, they had a program right down the rotary there. Yeah, the rotary there on Herring Cove Road. But after that program, nothing is happening. I talk. The guys were not willing. The women were being headed by Minita Ama. The women were also in disarray. The men were in disarray, so nothing was happening.
Yeah, my understanding is that some of these different misunderstandings eventually were put together, and that's what is forming this group.
Exactly.
PRO, sorry, Chief.
Yeah.
You seems to have a lot of information around community still, and I wanted to ask you, the event that is coming up very soon, the inaugural event that you guys talked about, what is it going to be like? What do you aim to achieve by having that inaugural meeting, like Elder has spoken about? And all that?
Thank you.
Yeah.
The purpose of the inaugural program is in 3 different dimensions. One, to establish the leadership, to put it into power.
Right.
Then the second thing is to showcase who we are and what we want to achieve, because our major purpose is to contribute our quota towards the Canadian community at large.
Which is good.
Because if Canada gave us an open arm,
Yes.
we need to give back.
Absolutely.
So we started targeting some project,
Yes.
looking at some projects, because I serve as project officer, and then I look at the beach, chase around during the summer.
Okay.
Yeah, we will plan that every weekend. We will go clean out the beaches. You know, every we target one beach, we clean up. Even if there are people
that part of the
working,
things you-
that we want to do for this summer.
Okay.
And then we want to showcase our Liberian food, the different kind of food.
Okay.
Food, probably at the waterfront, or we can find a hall and then invite our community, but we won't be doing this program.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll be doing that announcement. So we basically want to install our government into power. And also, like the president said, we want to reach out to those that left, no matter what reason they left the community. We want them back so that we can live at peace and unity to be able to do what are necessary for the betterment of Liberia and Canada.
Your host community.
Yeah, and we also want to reach out to other communities that we've been doing,
Yes.
so that we can all be together as Africans at large, and not just African, but how we can contribute our quota to this great country.
I mean, it's a very good point.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people don't really think, what do I give? They only think, what do I take? And giving back to
Yes,
community.
we want
I
to
feel
give
it's
back
a
to
very
Canada,
good one.
yeah.
Joseph, I'll come back to you to talk about, at the end of the event, the inaugural event that you plan to have with within your community, what message do you think you want this event to be pushed out to the broader community within the Nova Scotia?
Yeah, I think the main thing we want to set out there is the importance of coexistence. That's one of the messages we want to send out to all our communities, because we understand, as I told you earlier, we can only achieve when we are united.
That's right.
Despite of our religious affiliation, culture, or whatever, we are all Africans.
That's right.
And we want to send a message out to all our communities as a Liberian community that, look, there's a need for us to unite.
Yes.
We can unite under one umbrella as one big community, African community in Canada.
That's right.
And coming together, it not just means for to come and coexist. We should be able to give back to the society, because we want to come to the kind of a tier wherein we can contribute to where we find ourselves right now, which is Canada. And we should try to see how we can unite all Africans and talk to people to stay away from those things that against the rules and regulations or the laws of Canada. As Africans, we here, let's do what is right. Let's abide by the rules and regulations of this country so that we can live peacefully here. So our message is broad, and we want to live as Africans and want all Africans to look out to us as big brother in Africa.
Oh,
we
yeah.
want to set an example that people will look at and say, yeah, this is Liberian community. Because I know people talk about Liberian community, oh, they suppose say, we don't know about you, but I know some community can say, oh, you guys are here, we like you guys are united, but we want to do more.
That's right.
We want to stay content our pace as there is older brother in Africa. And
Yes.
we're hoping to do more. And our message is clear.
It's
We
very
want to
clear.
unite as Liberians and Africans.
Grandpa,
in
Africa, as you well know,
Yeah.
is incredibly diverse. We have from the south to the north to the everywhere,
Central,
they're almost all different, because it's a big continent, right? Not a lot of people will admit to that. But I'll ask you directly, what does unity for a diverse continent such as Africa, what does unity mean personally to you, briefly?
Unity to me, unity means protection.
Right.
When we are united, we are protected. When we are united, we have a voice. We can speak as one voice. When we are united, people get to know us. No matter the number, like the president was saying, sometimes here in this community, Liberia existed as a minute minority. Imagine when I say minute, even in the minority, we were very small. And that was practically due to people running away, going to greener pasture.
That's right.
So the little that remain, we try to pull ourselves together so that our voice can be heard.
Can be heard.
As a community.
I agree with you. And I'll come back to you again. We are talking about African unity, oneness, but we see in some other part of Africa, even to date, some are breaking down those things that should bind us together. We have a recent event that happened, which is xenophobic, and a lot of people are. What do you think Africans need to think about as far as this consolidating that oneness?
Okay, first, I will say, for me, unity is power, unity is strength, and we got a common saying that divided we fall, right. United we stand. And as a continent with different countries, the only way we can succeed is to come together. Like we got AU. For me, most of the time I said, I don't see the relevance of AU if we are not together.
That's right. Because that should be the main reason.
Yes, if we are not together.
Yes.
Because if the purpose of AU is to unite Africa.
That's right.
That every time they go to a meeting, they come up with a decision, go back home, put their people together. Yeah. We have passed the stage that we should call each other foreigners and aliens.
That's right.
It's too old faction for us. Yeah. And it makes us to look ugly and bad to the entire international community.
That's right.
And it hurt as an individual, as a person, for me to look at my fellow African and call them foreigner. I could call you brothers. Yeah. Because going back to our Civil War, when we needed the other big countries, the first country that came to our crowd was Nigeria. And they remained until our war was over.
That's right.
There are a lot of fathers, children that went with our fathers because they wanted us to be at peace.
Right.
Followed by 6 other African countries, Mali, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Ghana, and the sent troops. And most of the time, those big people the big countries that we were looking up to and crying at our embassy, did not send one person. So I saw that unity within West Africa, and I want that to spread throughout the entire
rest of Africa,
continent,
which is
so that we can set a mark for our children to come, or our grandchildren, that being one brings strength, bring peace, and bring togetherness. You see the joy on people's faces when they are together.
When they're together.
But when they are separated, I say something negative about you. Even if I'm smiling, you think I'm laughing at you.
Yes.
But unity is one of the powerful things. And I don't know who divided Africa into countries, but they did wrong.
That's a question we have to ask someday.
Yeah,
they didn't do good. They did not do good for.
They did wrong.
Putting us
but yet and still,
aside.
This generation can fix it only if we all
together
think that same path.
That's right. Well, you are now the leader of the Liberian community. We also have leaders in other different African countries here represented. We have Canada, we have Sierra Leone, we have every other part of Africa represented. What are you going to do to build bridges connecting all these various communities here? Is that something that you look forward to do? Partnering with them? How do you plan to do that?
As I said before, I like bringing people together. That's something I love doing, and it's a passion for me. And I project the future anywhere I sit. I intend, because I already started it, I talked to the Nigerian president, we talk a lot, and I told him, I said, look, I'm a Nigerian. It will be
I like that.
For the number of years I'll stay there, the culture. So I talked to him a lot. He and myself talk, and I was even for our inauguration, I was able to get the Ghanaian, the Nigerian, the Sierra Leonean, the Cameroonian, and those communities I was able to get close to their leadership. I was able to send the invitation, and I'm hoping that they will come. But my plan is, if we African, we various heads of our communities here, if we can come together and form a group and talk to ourselves, because leadership is not about me. If today I have the opportunity to serve the Liberian community, it's not about me. I'm called to serve, not to be served.
Yeah.
And if you are called to serve, not to be served, you become selfless.
Yeah.
You don't think about yourself. You think about what I need to do for these people. What they saw in me, what pushed them to say, okay, lead us. So I think we should look onto those things. So my plan is, once the inauguration is over, is to see our best. Once I'm done with because I have to start with my house first.
Right.
Once I'm done with my in-house stuff, try to bring my boat together. Once we are united, we'll focus one place. I intend to take the next step to see our best to bring all of our presidents of various communities in Nova Scotia to start with.
Yes.
To see our best we can unite as leaders and to see how we can push forward to better our various communities.
Absolutely. Having
Yes,
a common
we
front is
need
important.
to do that. We need to do that. I
important,
see there
yes.
as a need because our communities will suffer, our people suffer different things. We don't know.
That's true.
And we need to get to them. And that's why they put us there. So I intend to bring various presidents together so we can have one organization that's African leadership forum, whatever we might target, so that we can start working together. Because if I bring from Nigeria, you bring Nigerian idea, I bring my Liberian idea, Cameroonian bring, as leaders, if we discuss it, look, we have to better our people, like, we have to get down to our people, we need to get to the communities. What's their problem? We talk to them. Some of them are facing other issues with the government, all that thing. That's what they need us for.
That's right.
If we can forget about, don't get me wrong, I'm not against somebody going for your personal goals. No. You have to achieve your personal goal, but we shouldn't be too focused on ourselves, because even the Bible said it. God said it. The more you care for people, the more God cares for you. The more people cares. That's one of my beliefs is that if I make something happen for you, God will definitely make it happen for me. Right. That's one of my motto. That's why I'm into everything, into everybody. Anything that has to do with people, I'm there.
Right.
So I intend to bring the community together and then the African presidents together so we can work together to better the lives of our various communities.
Absolutely.
After my inauguration.
Elder, Grandpa, I would call you. I think I love that one. Now, from that perspective of an elder state person, like we call them back home, imagine 20 years from now, what would you like to see as far as African communities coming together, that unity between African communities? Now, you're not speaking about Liberian leadership.
No.
Like, generally, what would it look like to you? What do you envisage next 20 years, you say?
In the next 10 years from now, depending on how we put ourselves together, the effect in the next 10 years, I believe, will be shown more in our offspring, our children, those that are coming after us.
Yes.
We have, what should I say, the ability, or we have the mandate or something to instill into them where they come from. Because the children we are having here now, they are completely,
disconnected,
cut away from Africa.
I agree.
They don't know.
I agree.
My son doesn't know what I went through, where I come from, and all that. His son doesn't know. But when we have them together, we should be able to teach our children that even though they find themselves here, they might be born here, yes, they are Canadians, but they have a root.
That's right.
They can be traced back home.
Yes.
So in the next 10 years, I want to see the African community growing in this community, contributing positively in government cycle, in jobs. Even our children is serving in almost every capacity, being a lawyer, being a medical doctor, being a police, like here. I have seen Indians, police Indians, Canadian police.
Absolutely.
I have not seen an African police.
Okay, there might be some, but
maybe somewhere.
Yes.
I have not seen one.
Okay.
And I believe we have the ability to develop to that level.
Right. like you say, to contribute to this society.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree with
That
you.
will be our contribution.
100%. I mean, I love that vision, and I hope that other elders are listening and they are able to take a cue from that and move it forward. I'll come to you again. Talking about African oneness, I want to see what is that one thing that African communities we need to start doing now to be able to achieve this future that they've described briefly.
The first thing we need to start with is ourselves. We need to believe in ourselves. We need to know where we're from, why we are here, and what can we do for one another here first, and for the community that we live in, and then what can we do for our community back home. If we identify those issues and put it to the table, we all can have one goal and we achieve something great.
I totally agree with you. I bet we're going to be wrapping up right now, and I want to get your final thoughts. What is your message to first the Liberian community as far as that event and as far as coming together to be part of that big family? What will be your final words as we wrap up?
Yeah, okay. Thank you again. I think my words, for now, we are sending a message out there to all Africans that we have a community existing in Nova Scotia called the Liberian Association for Progress, LAB for short. And our inaugural program is coming up. We are extended invitation to all our communities, and we are hoping that they will come and join us to celebrate with us. It's a live, empowering program. We intend to raise funds on that day to empower our communities, to increase our community capacity, as I said, to empower women, because every society, when you have a woman doing good, they can encourage the men to do more. We intend to empower our women, our youth. We have youth among us. So we are calling out to all our communities. We even sent an invitation to the mayor of Halifax, and he responded, and we are expecting him to be part of our inauguration. So we are sending a message out to all meaningful, well-meaning Africans in Nova Scotia, and even Canadians. Like me, I have a lot of Canadian friends. They have shown an interest to be. The church that I attend is a Canadian church, and they even wrote me that they will be there, and they are even going to contribute towards the inaugural program. So we are happy, and we are encouraging everybody to come and make this day a great one. I want to say thank you for the opportunity, for the privilege given unto us. See you, and believe me, we are open to you people. Anytime you have things you want us to talk to about, you want us to share ideas, you want us to come and share anything you guys want to share with us, we are open to it. And we say thank you for this wonderful opportunity, for making us to talk about the Liberian community and Liberia as a whole. We say thank you. And may the station grow to become one of the biggest in Canada in the world at large. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much. And on that note, I would like to thank each and every one of you, Elder, my brother here, and then of course yourself, for coming around and sharing your own story, your culture as far as Liberian community. And hopefully we'll also try to see if we can just step in and see what you guys are going to do that day. But please, next time, let's not talk about jollof rice. We just go to the kitchen and show it up. Thank you indeed for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so while we may come from different countries, languages, and traditions, there is so much that connects us, our values, our aspirations, and our desires to build stronger communities for the next generations. I'd like to thank you for watching Community Update, and please don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and we will see you next time.